Ladies and gentlemen, let me begin by telling you this. Your level of success will never rise higher than your level of self-mastery. You don't get what you want in life. You get what you are. And what you are is a direct reflection of what you've mastered inside of you. We live in a world where everyone wants results, but very few people want refinement. We want the fruit, but we avoid the root. But here's the truth. Discipline precedes destiny. You will never stumble into greatness. You must schedule it. You've got to wake up every day with a decision. I am mastering me before I conquer it. 1. Discipline precedes destiny. Discipline is the bridge between who you are and who you're becoming. It's not sexy. It's not fun, but it works. Show me a man who disciplines his time, his thoughts, his actions, and I'll show you someone who's on their way to extraordinary outcomes. Success doesn't respond to wishes, it responds to systems. And discipline is the system. 2. Identity drives behavior. The reason most people don't master themselves is because they haven't settled the identity question. If you see yourself as average, you will behave as average. But when you say, I am a leader, I am a master of my thoughts, I control my emotions, I act on purpose, your behavior aligns with your beliefs. You don't act successful to become successful. You become successful in your mind, and the actions follow. Discipline is the foundation of every success story you've ever heard. It's the quiet, unseen work that separates the dreamers from the doers. Many people want success. They want wealth, recognition, freedom. But what they don't realize is that success doesn't come to those who want it most. It comes to those who do the most. And what you do every day, consistently, is the product of your discipline. Discipline is the daily choice to show up, to do the things others won't do, to sacrifice temporary comfort for long-term gain. Now, I want you to understand something very clearly. Discipline is not about motivation or inspiration, because those things are fleeting. Motivation might get you started, but discipline keeps you going when motivation runs dry. Discipline is what gets you out of bed at 5 a.m. when the bed feels so good. Discipline is what pushes you to make the phone call, write the email, study the material, or work the extra hour, even when no one is watching. It's doing the hard things day in and day out, not because you feel like it, but because you've committed to a higher standard for yourself. The problem is many people try to shortcut discipline. They say, if I just find the right motivation, if I just wait for the perfect moment, if I just get lucky, then success will come. But life doesn't work that way. Life rewards consistency, persistence, and the willingness to do the small, disciplined acts that others avoid. Discipline is like a muscle. The more you work it, the stronger it gets. And the stronger your discipline, the more control you have over your destiny. Think about it this way. If you don't discipline yourself, someone else will. Your habits, your routines, your decisions, they either build you up or break you down. Without discipline, you become a slave to your impulses, your emotions, your environment. But when you master discipline, you become the master of your own life. You start setting the agenda instead of reacting to circumstances. You start creating your future instead of waiting for it to happen. The truth is, destiny is not some mystical force that randomly blesses certain people. Destiny is the natural outcome of the choices you make every day. It's the harvest of the seeds you plant with your habits. And discipline is the soil that nurtures those seeds. Without it, even the best dreams wither away. But with discipline, you're cultivating a fertile ground where your goals can grow into reality. So I challenge you to stop waiting for external circumstances to change. Stop blaming lack of motivation, lack of time, or lack of resources. If you want to master yourself and master your destiny, start with discipline. Create a routine that supports your goals. Hold yourself accountable. Do what you say you're going to do, even when it's hard. When you do that, You build trust with yourself, and trust is the foundation of all success. Discipline precedes destiny. It's the daily decisions, the small victories over yourself, the commitment to stay the course that leads to a life of abundance and achievement. If you want to be successful, the question isn't can I, but will I? Will you choose discipline today? Because when you do, you're one step closer to mastering yourself, and that is the true pathway to success. Everything you do, every action you take, flows from your identity. Who you believe you are is the single most powerful driver behind your behavior. You see, your external world, your habits, your results, your relationship, are reflections of your internal identity. If you want to change your life, you have to start by changing how you see yourself. Most people make the mistake of trying to change their behavior first. They say, if I just exercise more, eat better, work harder, then I'll become successful. But that's putting the cart before the horse. Behavior is the effect, identity is the cause. When you try to change your behavior without first changing your identity, it's like trying to plant seeds on rocky soil. Nothing sustainable grows. Let me explain. Identity is the lens through which you interpret the world and yourself. It's the story you tell yourself about who you are. And this story shapes your beliefs, your thoughts, and ultimately your actions. If you see yourself as someone who is disciplined, you'll naturally act in ways that reflect discipline. If you believe you are a leader, you'll begin to lead in your daily life. But if your self-image is weak or limiting, if you see yourself as not good enough, unworthy, or just average, then your actions will align with those limiting beliefs. Changing your identity requires deliberate effort. It means catching the subconscious narratives that run your mind every day and rewriting them. You must start affirming new truths about yourself that support your goals. For example, instead of saying, I'm bad with money, you say, I am a master of financial growth. Instead of, I'm not a leader, you declare, I am a confident and inspiring leader. These affirmations shape your subconscious mind and begin to shift your beliefs. Here's the key. You don't become the person you want to be by acting like someone you're not. You become that person by believing you are that person first. Then your behavior naturally follows. This is why Myron Golden teaches that success is an inside job. The transformation begins in your mind, your self, concept, and your identity. One practical way to shift identity is through consistent repetition. When you act as if you are the person you want to become over time, your brain rewires itself. You start to internalize those new beliefs and they become automatic. This is the power of habit formation combined with identity change. Your environment, the people you surround yourself with, and the media you consume also play a role in shaping your identity. If you want to master yourself, you have to be intentional about what influences you allow into your mind. Feed your mind with stories of success, models of excellence, and affirmations of your new identity. Your success is directly linked to the person you believe you are. Your identity is your blueprint, and behavior is the construction. Build a strong, empowered identity and watch how your actions, results, and life transform. Remember, you don't act your way into a new identity. You become your way into a new behavior. Pain is something every human being experiences. No one escapes it. But here's the key difference. Pain can either destroy you or it can be the very thing that builds you. The truth is, pain is not your enemy. It's your greatest teacher and your passport to purpose. When you understand this, your whole mindset about struggle and hardship changes. Most people run from pain because it hurts. They try to avoid discomfort at all costs. But life's greatest opportunities and the deepest growth always come through pain and challenge. Think about it. No one becomes strong without resistance. No one learns patience without pressure. No one finds true purpose without overcoming adversity. Pain exposes what's inside of you. It reveals your character. It shows you where your weaknesses are so you can strengthen them. It's like a mirror that reflects not just your struggles but your potential. When you embrace pain, you're saying, I'm willing to grow through this. I'm willing to be refined by fire. And that willingness separates the winners from the quitters. Now, many people think that pain is a sign to give up, but that's a lie. Pain is actually a sign to level up. It's a call to step into a greater version of yourself. If you face a challenge and choose to learn from it, to push through it, you are building resilience, grit, and mental toughness. Those qualities are essential for success in any area of life. The greatest leaders, entrepreneurs, athletes, and visionaries are not people who avoided pain. They are people who faced it head on and used it as fuel. They understood that every setback, every failure, every difficult moment was an opportunity to get better. Pain made them sharper, stronger, and more focused. Pain also creates empathy. When you've been through hardships, you develop compassion and understanding for others who struggle. This makes you a better leader, friend, and human being. It connects you to a deeper sense of purpose because you see beyond your own suffering. You see how your journey can inspire and uplift others. But here's the catch. Embracing pain doesn't mean you seek unnecessary suffering. It means you don't run from the challenges that life naturally throws at you. You accept them as part of your growth process. You lean into discomfort knowing that on the other side is transformation. This is why Myron Golden teaches that success is not just about what you gain. It's about who you become through the process. Pain refines your character, and your character shapes your destiny. The pain you endure today is preparing you for the success you desire tomorrow. So the next time you face a tough situation, don't ask why me. Instead ask, what is this pain trying to teach me? How can I use this experience to grow? When you shift your mindset this way, pain loses its power to defeat you and becomes a powerful tool for your personal and professional growth. Pain is not punishment, it's a passport, and that passport will take you to your purpose if you're willing to use it right. Don't waste your pain. Master it, learn from it, and let it propel you to the success that's waiting for you. Too many people are chasing secrets. They want the shortcut, the magic formula, the one thing that will instantly change their lives overnight. They believe that success is some hidden treasure that only a select few have access to. But the truth is, success is not a secret. It's a system. It's a repeatable process, a way of operating that, when followed consistently, produces predictable results. The problem is, most people don't want to commit to the system. They want results without the work, the discipline, and the process that success requires. They want to skip the steps and jump straight to the finish line. But success doesn't work that way. It's like a well-oiled machine. If one part is missing or broken, the whole thing stops working. Systems are powerful because they remove the guesswork and the randomness from success. When you have a system, you know exactly what to do next every day. You create habits that support your goals. You establish routines that keep you moving forward. You measure your progress and make adjustments along the way. This consistency builds momentum, and momentum creates results. Look at any successful person or business, and you'll find a system behind their success. It might be a morning routine, a sales process, a customer service approach, or a mindset practice. Whatever it is, they've designed a way of working that produces excellence reliably. And you can do the same. Understand that success is not about luck or talent alone. It's about showing up every day and doing the work that others won't do. It's about mastering the small things, the disciplines that feel tedious or boring but compound over time. This is where the power of systems comes in. They help you automate success through repetition. Now, let me be clear. Building a system takes effort. You have to be intentional. You have to analyze what works and what doesn't. You have to be willing to tweak, improve, and sometimes completely change your approach. But the payoff is worth it. Once you develop a system that works, you can replicate it, scale it, and rely on it even when motivation wanes or obstacles arise. Another important point is that the first system you must master is the system of you. That means managing your time, your energy, your focus, and your mindset. Before you can build successful businesses, relationships, or habits, you have to build a system for self-leadership. You need a routine for personal growth and accountability. There are no shortcuts to mastery, but there is a path, the system. You don't stumble into success. You build it piece by piece, day by day. You create an environment, a mindset, and a workflow that consistently drives you closer to your goals. So stop looking for secrets. Instead, start designing your system. What habits can you build? What routines can you commit to? What daily practices will push you forward? When you embrace the system, you take control of your future. You move from hoping for success to engineering success. Success is not a secret. It's a system. And when you master that system, success becomes inevitable. Leadership is often glorified as something you do for others. Standing on stages, giving orders, inspiring crowds. But before you can effectively lead others, you must first master the most important leadership role of all, leading yourself. Without self-leadership, external leadership is weak, inconsistent, and often ineffective. Leading yourself means taking full responsibility for every area of your life, your thoughts, your emotions, your habits, your actions. It means no longer blaming circumstances, other people, or luck for where you are. It means owning your choices and recognizing that you have the power to change your trajectory. When you lead yourself well, you create a strong foundation of discipline, clarity, and confidence that naturally attracts others to follow. Many people want to lead teams, businesses, or movements, but they struggle to manage their own inner world. They get overwhelmed by emotions, distracted by doubts, or paralyzed by fear. True leadership starts with mastering your mood, your mindset, and your focus. It requires developing emotional intelligence, knowing how to regulate your feelings and respond rather than react. When you control yourself, you set the tone for how others will respond to you. Self-leadership also means setting high standards for yourself and holding yourself accountable. It means showing up even when you don't feel like it, doing the work when no one is watching, and staying committed to your vision despite setbacks. This kind of leadership builds integrity and trust, the most valuable currencies in any relationship or organization. Another important aspect of leading yourself is being intentional about growth. Leaders who don't invest in themselves will stagnate. You must be a lifelong learner, constantly upgrading your skills, mindset, and character. When you commit to personal development, you increase your capacity to lead and serve others effectively. People don't follow titles. They follow people who demonstrate strength, authenticity, and clarity. When you lead yourself well, you model the behavior you want to see in others. You become an example of what's possible, inspiring those around you to elevate themselves. It's also crucial to understand that leading yourself is not about perfection. It's about progress and resilience. You will face failures, temptations, and distractions. The difference between a leader and a follower is that leaders get back up and keep moving forward. They learn from mistakes and use challenges as stepping stones. The world is desperate for leaders who can lead from a place of internal mastery. Whether you want to lead a family, a team, a company, or a community, it all starts with you. You must be the captain of your ship before you can navigate others through the storms. So, take stock of your life today. Are you leading yourself with purpose and intention? Are you controlling your mindset, emotions, and actions? Are you committed to growing and holding yourself accountable? If not, start now. Master yourself first, and everything else will fall into place. Mastering yourself is the ultimate key to unlocking the success you desire. It's not about luck, talent, or secret shortcuts. It's about daily discipline, owning your identity, embracing pain as a teacher, committing to proven systems, and leading yourself with unwavering responsibility. When you master these principles, you don't just change your circumstances, you transform your life. The most important relationship you have is the one with yourself. Your success, your happiness, and your legacy all depend on the level of mastery you cultivate within. So don't wait for permission, don't wait for motivation. Take control today. Lead yourself to greatness, because when you master you, success becomes inevitable. Your destiny is waiting. The question is, are you ready to step up and claim it? Thank you.